Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Pioneers of Pagonia, to a little settlement here. Right now we're building the construction camp. It's going to take a bit more work this time around because the foundation takes longer. As we can see, it's being built on this hill that we have over here. Next up, after this one here, actually we do need to start with the military academy. I mean, I'm following along the mission line here, right? We don't know where it's really leading us. This is a basic map that we see here, so I don't think there's going to be that much of a fighting scenario. But still, let's go ahead and also build us the military academy. I'm probably going to build it right next to it, but it's creating some very strange, as we can see, terrain manipulations here. This could actually work out nicely. So that, yeah, this actually makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and place it there and also get us this road then. There's this rock. There is a rock over there and I think I cannot get rid of it. Alright, no props. We can go around the rock. Bit of a hassle. But other than that, it's fine. It's working out. I wonder if we can actually just squeeze it in through this one here. No, we can't. Alright, so that's that. But we also have a road here. That's also not possible. Fine. I thought the rock would be gone by now, thanks to the quarries, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Now we are building those two things, rather big constructions. We also need, in the city center that we have over here, where it's quite busy, also the market stalls. We need a few more market stalls that are providing the food for my settlers, right? So we can have another one over here, along the road that we have there, right? And let's build us 4 more just behind the tavern there. That's going to be crazy good. And then we also have another production chain actually that's upcoming in my mountainous area, because right over here we have found iron, right? And we are already mining this one. We also have coal thanks to this one here, and the copper, and for that we do need still the smelting works, and this makes sure that we can make bars out of it that we can then process. Smelting works, yeah, it's rather a dirty building, I think. We're still going to have it over there. It's a bit further away from my mining camp, right? But that's fine because the bars we then process here. So either way, we need to transport these resources over, and I'd rather have it here where we already have this industry zone coming up, right? So let's go ahead and get us the smelting works then, yeah, somewhere here, I guess, that we can have. There's still room for a bit more, right? Just in case we want to have more buildings then as well popping up. About my settlers, the cottages that we have, we're growing rather quickly right now, 450 people. I would like to also go ahead and build me a few more cottages, right? So here, hopefully we can squeeze in 2. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, does not look like it. Here we can still add another one. That's great, because that's another area for Scoodly pooping around. And let's have another cottage here. 3 more, plus the market stalls. Holy cow, my construction workers are busy right now. It's going to take a while. And over here, as we can see, construction camp finished. So this is now training construction workers out of normal villages, right? And they can then work on construction. And we don't have to go back to the ship anymore all the time, which is really far away. And especially here then, once we have more industry coming up, we actually can finish this quicker. Now, this is actually not a stone resource, what I can see, so there's no reason why we should have a quarry next to it. A stone mason we still need to build, and another sawmill for this area here, right? Because there's the wood cutting. I'm actually having 2, plus the forager hut that is already working on that. Let's go ahead and build us a second sawmill for all that wood that we are going to need. And the game actually wants me to build a 3rd stone mason. I don't know why. Seems quite excessive. We already have 2 and 2 quarries. That should be fine, right? Oh, output storage is full though. It seems like they are taking their sweet time with cutting the stones. So let's rather add a 3rd one that we can have then in this area, in my industry zone right over here. This is really the edge though, right? Because there we have then the trees. Perfect. We have a bit of a pass through here. And there's still a bit of a room that we can have for something else, for something smaller than perhaps. Really, it's busy on the streets. And thanks to having a lot of construction workers, as we can see, we can finish a lot of buildings very quickly. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 constructions ongoing right now. And for 2 more buildings, we have the diggers right now that are doing the foundation. And also, of course, delivering then the resources. And the next cottage is being finished. As we can see, there's also really a lot of stuff going on the roads right now. That's the farmers right now here delivering the food now to my market stalls. For mining, we also have the silver ore over here that I would like to use. So for this, we also have the silver hut, a new building, and we can really have it at the edge of the map here. And as we can see, it is still working within range. Perfect. If we have it here, it's going to have that silver ore in range. And since we now have the iron bars coming in and the silver bars, coal and copper, we can build the weaponsmith. We also have the resources for this. Despite all the construction, we still have enough softwood beam here. And this one is required for the weaponsmith. Another big building here. This one, space is getting a bit rare now. We still have some room here though that I can use. And I would like to use this here. Oh, it's tricky. Wait a second. Let's actually cancel the construction of this guard tower here. We can have the weaponsmith that we have, and we do need to build another guard tower though too, that we're going to have, and yeah, we probably can have it like this one here too. Actually, let's build the third guard tower right up here, because that is just a perfect location for it. Overlooking my settlement. And yeah, the market stalls are brimming with food and everyone can purchase whatever he wants. Getting it then over to the cottage, and with enough materials in it or enough food in it, right, people schooly poop around and reproduce. Okay, for the additional production that we need, I'm going to need to move now one of these woodcutting huts. I mean, you cannot move buildings, unfortunately, but we can, of course, build a new wood hut over there and then just destroy this one there. With that, get us a lot of new additional space that we can use for buildings, and I would like to do just that. Unfortunately, once again with the road, we are a bit unlucky, so I can go up here. This is already a tree that you can't. That kind of like acts as a blockage again, so I can't do anything about it. So what I can do though is I can make a road here. That gives me then the additional space that I need, because we're going to need a mint. I would like to have the mint a bit closer to the city itself, right? Because of course here we are producing gold and silver and stuff like that, and we also need an armor smith as well for my military units. We could have it either here, or actually on the other side of town, over here where we have the weaponsmith already. And I would like to do just that, right? Also here, we are chopping down some more trees right now, because essentially I'm really running out of space at this point, and I need to chop a bit more. Get the chopping done. Let's have a second smith in here, and with that, have the road then up into this area, right? Fortunately, the road system is rather smart, so that we can really utilize the space around those buildings here. There we have another road that I can then just continue onwards as we chop down more in this area. I might actually consider stopping at least the forager hut, so that the planting of trees for now has stopped. We have plenty of trees really, and I would like to do this in order to get me a bit more space, because that's what we need to the west and to the east. Here we're already really in the cutting spree, right? So there's a few more trees here. Probably, hopefully we can keep one at least. But I would love that there is a tool available that lets me chop down individual trees myself. I don't think it exists, right? So for now we have to rely on the woodcutters there. At least here we get a lot of additional space, so I can get rid of that logging camp there soon. Alright, one thing for the armorsmith that we still need is cement. And in that case here, that's not an easy task, because for cement we're going to need limestone. Now, I don't need to check it out where we would have that. Up here in the mountains, there's actually 2 limestone deposits. It's a bit more than that. Perhaps it's a bit closer somewhere else, but I don't think so. I think we actually need to go all the way over there. Lots of coal, fortunately for us, because that makes things a bit easier for all the smelting. Yeah, but that's my limestone deposits that we have over there. And for that, I do need to build me a road all the way through the mountains there, right? If we want to get this one done. And up here, I'm then going to have a limestone deposit. And actually for this we need a quarry, and there's no special other building for that. So a quarry it is, right up here in the mountains with a bit of limestone close it, and also stone, of course. We probably will be able to determine the specialization then for this building once it's finished. We can also check this one here with the quarry that we already have. And there it is, right? We can check both of them. For this one we only have stone, as it seems. There is no limestone close by. So for the one that we have up there in the mountain now, we have the limestone. Alright, here the woodcutter is finished finally, so we can get rid of this building. There you go. And I would also like to get rid of this road there again. So basically the same thing. The same way you can also build roads, you can also demolish them. And then we have this road there that leads then over into that area. I would not like to build anything on the beach, so if we don't have enough space here for another building, then that's that, right? But I'm pretty sure we can. We have the mint already been built. I think we do need the treasury as well at some point soon, so I'm just going to wait for that. Armorsmith is right now with the limestone coming in. Another thing is over here, this guard tower, we don't have enough military units anymore to guard it or to staff it, right? So what we need to do here in the military academy, we can actually train guards. However, they need wooden spears. And wooden spears you can build in the wood workshop over here, but we need to order that. We can also just do it endlessly, or we just order that. It does cost me hardwood board. We have lots of that available. So let's go ahead and build me some, or craft me some 10 wooden spears. Let's get that contract out there. And I would also like to go ahead and just have around some 5 cogs there, just in case we do need that. The wooden rod we don't need for now. There's also shields here, hunting bows. Let's actually go ahead and have some shields there as well, just in case we do need to have some additional military units. And off they go, producing me those spears. There's also the mint now, one of the more complex buildings, or buildings at least to build. Now that we have it, we can now make copper coins and silver coins out of that. And there's already the bars coming in, right? The silver and also the coal. Quite piling up, and there's just lots of money lying around. We probably will also need a special building for this soon. There's also the quarry now, and we can now turn off the stone, and it's just limestone that's coming out of it now. Perfect. Next up, we do need the stone mill, and this turns stone and limestone blocks into gravel and cement to be used as construction material. Cement, of course, it is for me right now. Yeah, let's have it then right here at the end of my map. It's also right next to my quarries, and also to my limestone quarry then right over here. So we can have this production going as well, and with that a new construction material. Alright, and finally with the cement coming in, there's a whole bunch of new buildings that would be ready for us now. One of them that I've been waiting for already is the windmill. And the flour produced by the windmill is processed into bread and bakery in bread. It's actually very important since we're producing wheat already in the crop farm here. And it's wilted, or it's withering away, right? Because it's full on the output storage and no one processes that. So the windmill, it is my next building. Let's actually have it out here. By the crop farm. Unfortunately, that's the closest we can get here. It's a huge building, really, that we can make ready for this. The bakery would be then another one right away with the fresh bread. Actually, I would like to have this one here probably a bit more in the center, in the central area of my city. Yeah, and we also need a place, of course, for all the treasure that I'm already producing, the silver coins, and that's the treasury. And I would like to have it a bit more central, of course, because let's face it, there might be some ongoing raids and stuff. We can either have it here. This is actually a good location. But raids, of course, might happen, and for that we need to protect ourselves too. But it's also close to the guard tower. And then we have this area rather central. Let's actually go ahead and have it here. So it's still within the city, right? And it's a bit more protected, hopefully, then as well. Let's just find us the suitable location for it. Right over here, beside the guard tower and beside my military academy, I think we have a safe bet here for this. And here in the center, I do have a bit more space now because I moved the provisioner over, right? Or, well, I demolished it, unfortunately. So here we can have then a few more city building houses. So we do have around 740 people at the moment, which is a lot already. But of course, we can do better than this. Let's go ahead and have, yeah, some 2 more cottages then here as well. Right beside the market. Just makes sense to me, really. And by the way, we could have now more tables here as well. In the center. I would love though to also be able to plant trees, right? Unfortunately, we can't do that except for with the forester, the forager's hut, which, yeah, takes time and only in a radius, right? Not in a specific location. There it's also coming along, the windmill. And for building like this, it's probably the biggest one that we had. Of course, it's quite busy at the construction site. Building materials arrive, foundation is being prepared. Yeah, it took some time, but finally also there's the cement now coming in. With that, we have all 12 cement ready for the armorsmith to finally finish this pretty complex building there too. He was actually waiting for it, so he can quickly resume working on the armorsmith. Look at that. Treasury also on its way now. Almost being finished. And I think it's being finished right now. Stores coins and other valuable commodities. And there it is. I don't know where we used the stone. I mean, it did consume some stone, right? But that's okay. And now we get the silver coins and the copper coins, and as we can see, quite a lot of them already are on the way to the treasury, right here protected by my guard tower, by my military academy. And there's also a lot of guards here patrolling the area all the time. We can also set a focus point, a patrol point right here to the treasury, right? I'm not expecting any raids on this map, so we should be safe when it comes to the site here. Kind of like looks like a ceremony where people deliver the coins into the treasury under the watchful eyes of my guardians. Now over here, this is also pretty important. As we can see now, the armorsmith is producing chainmail for us, which requires coal and iron bars, and it produces iron shields that, and there it is already, right? That is needed, or that is consuming iron bars and coal. And this is then getting over here to my military academy, where I'm saving up now to train advanced soldiers. This is another one of my tasks here, and these are going to be some real fighters there. The weaponsmith is also producing the iron swords. It's doing this rather quickly. And with that, we have then almost everything over here, as we can see, to, yeah, train me an advanced soldier. Is it that one already? That's one. That's my first advanced soldier right over here in all its glory. And he's now perhaps protecting then my treasury. At least I like to think so. And with that, we have also finished the training. Where is he going, really? Enjoying a stroll on the beach. Another nice feature that I like about it is if I click on a construction right like this, and I can see that we're still lacking 2 cement, but they're on their way. These transporters, carriers are getting highlighted, so I know exactly where they are. They're the 2, right? And they're delivering the last pieces of cement for the windmill, so that we can also finally work on some flour, and with that bread, which of course is going to provide way more food to us. Also, for this one here, I've started the construction of the bakery. The bakery still needs some 7 cement before it can be fully utilized. So this is still going to take a while, right? There's also +1 on the way now. There is the carrier for this. And we are now diligently producing the remaining cement that we need in my stone mill. And there's also some 15 limestocks already in limestones in store, right? So we can hastily produce all of what we need, fortunately. It's also quite busy here at the market square, right? We got the market stalls. People are purchasing stuff, as we can see, and they're also delivering stuff, right? Getting it over here, getting it to their houses then, and also just enjoying a meal at the plaza here that we have, the smaller plaza. A few ornaments would be nice. Unfortunately, nothing of that is available for the moment. I think we should have everything in stock now. Yes, there it is. And the windmill finally can be finished. Poof, it makes. We get 3 millers. And they're then going to consume the wheat and produce flour. And shortly after, the windmill is already producing. And so also the bakery has all the cement coming in, and with that we can finish this production chain as well. That is from the wheat farm all the way to the flour mill and to the bakery producing or baking bread. And I think with that we have finished all the objectives. And there it is. And now we need to bake some bread. For this we need the flour, water and firewood. Do we actually still have firewood? 8 firewood we still have, but it's getting a bit low there because we have a lot of construction or production now that is actually requiring it. So let's just check it out there. There's the firewood and it's actually not checked at the moment. So I need to produce a bit more of that for my economy. And there's the bread also coming in. We're almost at 900 people. At the moment we do lack some homes, so this might be another one of my expansion plans that we have, right? We can still squeeze in some more residences along the way. That is always possible, right? Over here as well, there's some new room now coming up, but I think we should be fine for the moment. I also don't really want to spam every last corner that we have with houses. I mean, here by the beach, of course, it would always look a bit nice overall, but that's that. I think bread has started now. There it is. Doesn't look like much, but of course, one of the most delicious things there are in the world. And there it is. Oh yeah, this is looking perfect. Some steaming, fresh, hot bread. And there it is. And this should actually check the last box now. Perhaps. I don't know how long it takes to really finish this one. Oh, okay. It now needs to be also get to the storage. And that's it. With that, we have finished the map that is available in the demo. There's 2 more maps available that we can try out if you're interested in that. Also, we can see what the bigger thing of this game is going to be with enemy camps, procedurally generated maps. I'm especially looking forward to that. And also more and more complex production chains. All of that with Pioneers of Pagonia. Looking forward to this as well. I hope you do. And with that, cheers!